Here we go.
The sheriff's department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes.
Hello, Internet. You people have been talking about me.
You knew I am a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. You knew I'm a psycho. Told you. Really, I'm a psycho. You knew I am a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. Really, I'm a psycho. You knew I'm a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho.
Can't write your way out of this one, Wake.
Violent schizophrenia.
You don't get to change the ending.
Red tooth, its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
Move over, Alan. It's my stream. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the video game playthrough of the video game Alan Wake America's Nightmare. My name is BoosterGreg. We are continuing our playthrough now of the Alan Wake series and Remedy shared universe. So here we go. We are going to be getting all of the manuscript pages as a reminder. So if completionist things is not your bag, I'm sorry. We normally don't do that, but I just need to get all the pages. I need to know the whole story. My back. I'm gonna be saying that a lot today. Okay. The first manuscript is get past the gate and on the left over
As
here.
history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
If you've not been here
Better find Dr. Meadows' car.
Can I
That's
speak?
where the camera should be.
Can I speak, Al? If you've not been here before, this is an escape attempt from Alan Wake from the Dark Place. He wrote in Night Springs. Can't say it. Hold on. He wrote in Night Springs. Yes, I'm a giant nerd. He wrote in Night Springs, which is the Twilight Zone inspired show that Alan worked on as a writer. And what he's trying to do is to escape this nightmare, American nightmare. He's trying all the tricks. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Bless me. He's trying all the tricks to get himself out, to be reunited with his beloved wife 2 years after he's been trapped for 2 years as well. We are currently in a thank you, Katie. We are currently in a Groundhog Day situation where every day is exactly the same and he's trying to get out, and he needs to get out by repeating kind of the same situations over and over again. There's also a character named Mr. Scratch, who is the antagonist of this game. He is Alan's doppelganger, but he's not made by Alan or anyone he really knows. So far, it seems like we got a Slender Man situation going on where he's this being that's created from all of the negative PR that Alan gets when he loses his temper, and he's known to be quite moody and a little bit abusive. So, you know, he's a depressed, aggravated creative type, and he doesn't know how to properly manage his anger. I won't lie, I didn't know these games existed till you, but now I want to play them for myself. I recommend them. I really do enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. They're a little dated in terms of gameplay, but not terrible. All right, get past the gate, and then there's this fenced area right here. Can I go in here though? I can go in here. Look at all this stuff. Ooh, pump action. Up. There we go, got it. Oh, come on in. The more the merrier. Come on in. What was that? Oh, they're cheating. You throwing shit at me? Son of a bitch. I think I'll keep the carbine, actually. I like the carbine. Open. Wait, I can turn on.
Oh, praise be. You guys are coming through for me. A pretty little light just started blinking on my board here, and that means there's a caller out there.
Ooh,
You know, when the hours
radio part.
stretch into eternity like this, when it feels like I'm stuck in a rut and just reliving the same endless night over and over again, I feel genuinely touched by someone actually reaching out to me, breaking the monotony. I just want you to know that it really matters to me. Caller, you're on the air.
You suck, Eddie!
Did you know that this is my dream job? True fact.
That's, I can relate, Eddie. I can relate. That's me. I wake up in the morning. I check the reviews for the Avatar: The Last Airbender podcast that I'm in. And I can feel really proud, feeling really good start to the day. And I look at the reviews and there's a 1-star review that's just like,
You suck, Greg!
and I go, thanks. This is actually what I want to do. I'm having a podcast that's moderately successful. This is almost like a dream come true. Thank you for telling me how much I suck. What else did you expect? I don't know. How about Greg? Thank you so much for helping to organize this wonderful podcast that I just simply can't live without. How about Greg? Thank you so much for your hard work and sacrifice. No, I didn't think so. Oh, there's 2 here? I missed one, apparently. All right.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
Thank you, Kitty. I knew you'd understand. Kitty's the only one who likes me. Kitty's the only one who likes me on this planet. All by my... Just kidding. Or am I? What does this page mean? The atmosphere and the projection. So this is just foreshadowing to what's going to happen, or what has already happened potentially. Almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late. It had been. I can actually feel this. I feel this. This is a very nice feeling. I enjoy it. What's the next page that we got? Dr. Meadows.
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't wait. Who's Michael? That's what I want to know. So basically, this is fucking hilarious. So we've exclusively met hot single women in this game as Alan. And when you consider that Alan is writing this, so this entire game and a lot of Alan Wake is Alan writing and that writing coming to life. So Alan wrote in, this just further proves that men cannot write women. When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. So she's a party girl who also loves science. But God forbid she can't, like, not be a party girl looking like that. Oh, anyways. So she's a party girl whose only love is partying, Michael potentially, and science. But science is the top of the list. He'd pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at that time. The phenomenon in the sky was just too fascinating, which is, I think the phenomenon in the sky is what happens at resets every day, which is the satellite falling, I think. Greg, I don't like you. In fact, I hate you. I know. I'm convinced that Money Sniper just supports the channel through pure spite. In fact, Silent Night is better than Greg. All of it. It's true. You know who likes Greg? Socratic Knight. That's true. He's my friend. Take my spite money. I will. Thank you. Thank you for the money. All right, let's move on with this. The next page should be proceed again to the deliveries building. We gotta go to back to the deliveries building. Okay. I think that's this way. I think deliveries is over this way. I'm pretty sure. I told you I'm a psycho. Right? I think it's that one. We'll find out. Like how far this light goes. That's impressive. Al did not cheap out on the lights. Reload. Ow! Where's the other one? Deliveries. Here we go. All right, so I'm here. The page is on your right on a wooden box. Right there. I see it. Can I get this one yet? 15. Do I have 15? I have 7. Not even close. Okay. Great. Cosmological truths.
There are places where our world is worn thin and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That other reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
So I think he's talking about control right now. I think that's what's happening. There are other places in our world where our world is worn thin and another reality brushes against ours. Cauldron Lake in the Dark Place is one of those. But there are more. So I think the building in which the Federal Bureau of Control might be one of those, because that building's always moving and shifting, right? We'll see that when we play the game. There's also this really curious part in Control, which we'll get to. I don't remember if it's a page or if it's a document or if it's a recording, but Jesse refers to Thomas Zane, who we remember from Alan Wake 1, as a poet, and her therapist says, "Oh, you mean the filmmaker?" That could be another reality. That could be like a more traditional alternate reality, but we'll see when we get to it. So what this is also setting up is not just the fact that there are other altered world events, or AWE. Hold on. It's raining out and you can hear it now. You can hear that in my microphone. But also objects of power, which is what gives Jesse Faden her powers and control. All right, from here, proceed to the open gate near you. Yeah. Oh, it's near a car. Okay. Right here. Got it. Uh-oh. We get the thing. Oh, there it is. I see. Approach is slow. Better safe than sorry. Don't fall off the fucking level. All right. The darkness.
The darkness rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
Basically summarizing Alan Wake. Cool. What's next? Manuscript 10. All right, we gotta go to the docking bay. Okay. Easy peasy. I'm sorry. I know I'm a little off center on the camera, but my back is killing me. I need to sit back a little bit. I'm so sorry. My old man back is killing the stream. Oh, that's right. It's these guys. I've forgotten. I've forgotten that they just kind of do that. He's feeling better. My back is hurting too. Must be that time of the month. Regretted it as soon as it came out of my mouth. I'm tired of my back hurting. There, it's in there. It's in that truck. And this is why we don't have viewers. Come on, Birdman. Harvey Birdman. Attorney at law. See, you did something. I went indoor rock climbing yesterday, and that's why I'm hurting. I laid down funny. That's why I'm hurting. At least you have an excuse. Let's see. Nature of stories.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street.
It's true.
Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
You ever try a chirp wheel? I don't know what that is. I'm going to look it up right now because this is out of hand. I'm going to put it in here. Chirp wheel. And then I'm going to look that up later in bed when I'm fucking crying. Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads. So does that mean that our imaginations tap into these alternate worlds? Is that what Alan's saying right here? Because the previous page we got was talking about all of these worlds that not just Cauldron Lake, but there are other ones. So it's kind of like Watchmen, not Watchmen. Oh, geez. Sandman. Not even close. Sandman. Where there's that library of things that have ever been thought and written and all of that. Do you think DC will do with Aquaman, put it on Max, or I think they'll still put it in cinema? Yeah, I think they're going to do that, and then it'll go very quickly to Max. It's pretty nice, little circles that you lay down and pop your back and stretches it. Oh, I'll have to look into that. So I think Alan is saying that these worlds are what is he saying with that?
Stories come naturally to us.
Even barely remember many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remember childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters. It's showing how detached he is from reality and how detached we all can be from reality, you know? Like, he's not wrong to say that some of us will feel more of an attachment to let's say like a favorite book than you would a stranger on the street, because you know that story intimately and you don't know anything about that stranger, and you probably won't know anything about that stranger. That's just the way our society is, because no one knows how to run a successful society, at least here. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables. It's not wrong. He's not wrong. But it does show how bitter and angry and resentful he is as well. This time from the main entrance of the observatory, proceed to the right. It's right there. I see it. I see it. I see all of it.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
It's also very interesting that Mr. Scratch finds himself able to connect with people more than Alan can, even if it's just to kill them, murder them, maim them. But he's able to be charismatic enough and connect with them enough to get them to go into his hotel room. You know, it's very interesting. From here and to reach the small observatory, I think is that one. Okay, on the side. You prefer the medium-sized chirp wheel? I will have to look into it. Because this happens... This isn't terrible, again. This back pain I have right now, I'm able to sit up. When the worst back pain I have, I'm down for 2-3 days. Easy. Even with ibuprofen. Down for the count. Man gets down for the count. You know what I mean? I forgot I had flares. All right, so now it's saying... There. Gotcha. Nope. Gotcha. Gotcha, sucker. It's over here somewhere. Idiot. You think you're gonna get me with that shit? I survived Alan Wake Remastered on Nightmare mode. You think you're gonna get me with that bullshit? Small observatory. This time stay on the right side of the area with the pipes. Is it over here? There you are. I was like, I heard you. Whoa, buddy. Ow, that hurt. Oh, right there, I see. I was in the wrong area with the pipes. I understood now. I understood all of it. Right here. There. Lost in the dark place.
After my disappearance, they thought I was dead. I might as well have been. I know it's been 2 years. I know Alice has moved on. I've tried to find a way back to her, back to my life, but escaping the dark place is almost impossible. Time does strange things here, but dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between the worlds. I catch glimpses and echoes of the world. Sometimes I send messages out. I can only pray that they hear them.
Interesting. Dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between worlds. So does that mean that the radio that we're hearing currently is the real radio and not Alan's not writing that? Like the Eddie? All the Eddie stuff, and the fact that he can hear what's happening to his friends. He's not writing that. I had considered that he was writing that and he was trying to make it into reality, but that is reality. That's cool. So he's in the dark place, but there are man-made signals or man tapped into signals that can help. And he can see and he can try to get messages out. It's like a ghost, right? He's a ghost. He could use a spirit box in the real world. Hello?
It's you.
Yeah.
How dare you? No, wait.
1 minute.
It isn't you, is it?
No.
I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thank you. I am not Mr. Scratch. I am Alan Wake or Thomas Zane, depending on what theory you subscribe to.
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Again, all that negativity, negative self-talk, all of that stuff that Alan is kind of got deep down inside of him. All those intrusive thoughts, Mr. Scratch just kind of amplifies and personifies with a smile. You know?
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Thank you. My EDC knife is actually a butcher knife style pocket knife. Now that's a knife. Right, Money Sniper? Oh, that's a knife.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things.
I'm gonna try to
All
get a
of this is
pillow. I'll be right
very
back.
strange to me.
2 seconds. Let's see if this pillow helps. Oh, it didn't hurt. Oh, yeah, that's the ticket. I feel so much better. Let's go to, oh wait, we can't. We gotta secure the primary pipes and then we can go talk to Hottie McHotterpants. I'm excited. Yeah, this game is like very meta as well, in that if you consider it, or consider the fact that it was an Xbox Live Arcade release and it feels very arcadey. I just kind of like that little small little, you know, little detail. I gotta go over that way. Shit. I do wish this game had commentary. I know it doesn't because it's not a remaster, but like I wish I had some behind the scenes info. Whee! I wonder if any exists actually. If there's any trivia about it or anything. Here we go, boys. Whoop! And you're who else is throwing shit at me? Oh, you are. I see ya. I see you back there. There you go.
These beams hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Oh. This isn't good. Start throwing cars at me, son of a bitch. Fine. Two can play at this game.
I guess they didn't like that.
Actually, I want to go back into there. There's bullets in there. Oh, I can't. Oh, well.
Damn mountain's trying to kill me.
Eat. It's like shifting. Ow! Oh boy. Run, Alan, run. This is gonna keep on breaking as soon as I try to reach him. Yep. Predictable. The guide did say the next page is part of a mission, so I can't miss it. So don't have to worry about it. I can just play. Finally. Oh, run! I need bullets. I need bullets real bad. Whoa! Here. Just get the shit out of me. Oh, you're alive? Any more? I love the nail gun. Or the bolts are inside, aren't they? Let me in. Are they in here? No. In here? No. Oh, that's right. They're in there. I forgot. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's working. Please, come up here.
Would love to go up there. go. I love this song, by the way. I can't believe this is not a Trent Reznor song.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions,
A writer,
I can,
a poet,
for lack of a
a
better word,
lighthouse.
rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not
A rebel.
quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments
Hey,
against
Grudge
this,
Hammer, how you doing,
what
my
gives you
friend?
the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone?
You're
who's not aware of
100% a
it?
character, lady.
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought
She's a
you'd be
fictional
angry.
character that you're writing,
Suppose I
Alan.
would be if I thought you could actually do this.
He's literally having an argument with his own character. Tired? Yeah, me too, man. Me too, bro. Pick up the signal. Print out. That's right. The printout.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
That's another chapter down. What's this at? Act 2, Chapter 3.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
So what's super interesting in this is the reveal, or rather the clarification about why Alan has been so tirelessly trying to make sure that the story makes sense. when we know that it doesn't have to from the dark sides or the dark entity or dark presence or whatever the fuck it's called. It's perspective. And that's because the dark presence can find the loopholes in what he's writing and bend it and twist it to its benefit, and vice versa. This is why Alan's been working so hard to make sure everything makes sense and that he has enough wiggle room in.
Serena's probably out of her mind again.
In
but I'm
the,
gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
There's enough wiggle room that he can win, he can survive, he can do what he needs to do. Here we go. Here's the first page. That's super interesting. It's not a requirement, but it helps. It's a deterrent is what it is.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
My area of expertise, the written word, gives more precise results than music or interpretive dance would. So the dark presence prefers a writer over any other artist, but in a pinch, it'll take a musician. And that's why it responded to the Anderson brothers. And I think that's why, again, I'm of the firm belief that Tor and Odin Anderson from Alan Wake are actually interdimensional beings that we would consider deities of some kind. And they knew this somehow, or they had a feeling. So they posed as musicians so they could see what the dark place is and get a glimpse at it and have it respond to them, but not have it go out of control. And that's why it prefers writers like Thomas Zane and Alan, because it gets what it wants in a more direct manner. Okay. I gotcha.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes.
You know what I mean? Just horribly written women.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
and that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic chessboard, limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
existing only for their entertainment.
Or perhaps we're just a twisted
reflection
of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
I don't know what to make of this.
Dude, What?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
So I just thought that they said that the radio signals going out were real. But that just happened. Is that... No, that's not the dark place trying to like twist things, because that's something that he wrote. That's the that's Rod Sterling, right? Or the equivalent. So what does that mean? Control on Wednesday, most likely. If my back will allow it, yes. Because right now this sucks. But I want to get through this today. So worst case scenario, maybe Friday. Wednesday or Friday. If I have to take the day off, you know. SGA has not said about gaming yet. I haven't said anything yet. But that won't say anything until the 25th. It's been quiet on gaming. Yeah, it's not as large as the other ones, you know. What does this mean? If this whole thing is a Night Springs episode and Alan has purposefully been writing them as Night Springs episodes so he can get out, that means, oh, that's what it is. So what we've been hearing with Eddie here is in fact from the real world. In what we listened to right there was Alan trying to write dialogue for Eddie to get a message out on his behalf. That's what that was. That took me way too long to fucking piece together. That was embarrassing. I'm so sorry. You deserve better, and I should be better.
You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
I want to be freaky.
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
Let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
Bye. You failed me. Head down towards the parking lot, but before you get there, head right through the small parking lot. So right there. Yeah. Okay, I see. Wonder if I can get there from here.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
No. Small parking lot with the safe haven and the souvenir shop. Found it. Oh. Almost died. Fuck it. Yee! Crushed it. Crushed the landing. There's a bug flying around too. Tiny little gnat. Oh, crossbow? That's new. I'll try a crossbow. 100% try out a crossbow. Oh. Maybe I should try that crossbow. I bet you it's like a one shot on big things. What are you doing? Running up on me like that. There's the page. I see it. Equilibrium.
I have changed.
I love that movie.
I know who I am now. I know that I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know that indulging my weaknesses, giving in to fear and complacency will only drag me down. The dark place taught me that. I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
Balance. That's what the dark place is about. It's about balance, light and darkness. Good and bad. Up, down, left, right. A, B, start. I'm sorry, B, A, start. depending what game you played. Well, I know I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know I'm indulging my weaknesses, giving into the fear and complacency will only drag me down. Yeah. So he's learning not to be so negative, which is that why the Dark Place brought Mr. Scratch here? Potentially? Or is Mr. Scratch acting on his own behalf? I think he's acting on his own behalf. I think he just wants to fuck with Alan. He wants to be Alan. That's what's going on. Dude, one shots. You just have to make sure you hit it, you know? Just gotta make sure you got that bullseye aim that old Boosty's got. Did he just refer to himself as old Boosty?
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything, unless I can stop him.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. Scratch is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. So, like, we've seen this with the Hiss in control, with the board. We've seen it inside of some objects of power. That's really interesting. It's how much this is setting up. We've seen it with Ati, where I'm convinced we're seeing it with Tor and Odin. Dude, it's so good. Plan. Now reach the safe haven by the concrete building and with the TV inside. I'm gonna go over here and get some ammo. Ooh. Ooh.
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet.
that blinking red light was getting me. That feels like, I don't remember if it blinks. When we play Control, we'll double check it, but there's that phone that leads directly to the board. It's red, and I'm pretty sure it has a blinking red light on it. That's what I thought of immediately. All right, so what am I supposed to do here? Now reach the safe haven by the concrete building with the TV inside. Straight, then go straight south. You'll meet a group of rocks past the projector building. And the page is in one of those rocks, or on one of those rocks. Okay. Somewhere over here. Should be able to see it soon, I hope. Oh, this is a different page. Which one is this? Mr. Scratch's Trap. It's literally the next one I'm supposed to get. Okay. Well, we got it.
The trap Mr. is set for me is as simple as it is impossible. Whenever I reach him, he sends me back to the beginning of the maze. It's a loop in time. I go through it only to end up where I started. There's a brutal genius to it. If I die, it's over for me. If I survive, I end up where I started. Sooner or later, the odds will catch up with me. And in the meantime, he gets to toy with me. But that's why I have a chance. He's caught in this pattern just as much as I am. I know where he'll be, and I'm prepared.
Ah, predictable as ever, Mr. Scratch. All right, let me see if I can find... Is it here? Oh, shit. Baddies. Got him. All right, I need that page. It's not here. Is it up here? Oh no. Where's the page? Yeah, Gavin, I really hope that the strike doesn't hit gaming. It's been like a relative safe haven. Like there's been a lot of actors and writers and such that have been just streaming to kind of like help them pay some bills too, you know, not just for like my own sake, but it's been nice. And if that happens, then man. Like Raul Coley was live today. He's an actor, if you don't know, from many different things. From iZombie, from a couple of those Netflix horror shows that everyone like rants and raves about. A bunch of other stuff he's been in. But he was streaming FIFA. And I think FIFA is an EA game. And I think that might be a stricken company, maybe. Or it's on the list. Because that's EA Activision. Oh, there it is. Thank God. What does this one say? The plan.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this. A blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be painful and difficult. These pages may be lost. But one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful
Thank you, Condition
than I am,
Gamer, for
but
the
he
11
can't change
months.
the rules in the middle of the game. He's not a creator. I am.
Raul Coley, you say? Contingent gamer perked up immediately. He is a handsome man, that Raul Coley. I have created the weapon that can put an end to this, a blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be a painful and difficult. These pages may be lost, but one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am, but he can't change the rules in the middle of the game. He's not the creator I am. Interesting. So this is Alan's game. Mr. Scratch is just a player in it. So Alan is the DM or GM essentially and running this campaign. And Mr. Scratch, even though he's a powerful character in it, powerful PC, he's just a character in this world. So he's bound by these rules. That's really interesting. It's also interesting that Alan thinks or claims that he's creating a world out of all of this. A new reality, more specifically. Is he making a new reality, or is he just shaping the dark place? I think he's just shaping the dark place. I think maybe by writing this, he's trying to use the power of the dark place to make himself a new reality. But I don't know if that's how that works or not. Like, what is the power limit of the dark place? We just don't know. Can it do that? Can it create a whole new reality, or is that reality contained in the dark place, therefore making it an extension of the dark place, therefore making it the dark place? We just don't know. I feel like I should have played this on Nightmare. Been saying that for a while, but watch I turn to the Nightmare and I just get destroyed. And then Gavin goes, "Told ya." We're gonna avoid that. Gonna avoid all that. Mumbo jumbo.
You're like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
You know what? I use one of these. Save some ammo. Or not. I do wish there was melee in this, though. I could just punch these guys. That would be fun. You want like 40 or so? Stupid. You want 20? How many do I have? 10 in this one. So I'm basically not going to be able to get much of anything. Did I see anything over here? Am I crazy? I'm crazy. I'm not going to be able to get much of anything until the Act 3 chapters. This is when I'll get the good stuff, it seems like. All right, so this one says, at the generator building gate, get inside and head left. Go in that direction as much as you can, then head right, and you should see a small table. No. I just have to keep on going, okay. There it is. I see. Survival in the dark place.
The dark place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks at the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault. Every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice, our life together, my need to be with her. That takes me a long way in the dark place. As long as I have my gun and the flashlight.
Dark place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to the madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice. So basically, if you're not focused on something, if your mind wanders even a little bit, you're fucked. And you're going to turn into what we saw Alan turn into during the DLC, which is this raving lunatic. Fortunately, he wrote himself into the world, or his sanity into the world, that returned to him. And once he did that, he learned this. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose that emote in a couple weeks. Why? Did someone gift you a sub that way? Maybe I should make a lewd emote just for Condition Gamer. I don't know what I would even do, but okay. The last one for this area is as soon as you get inside the building, don't head left towards the switches, but head right. Okay. So I got to go inside the building. But how? Oh, yeah. There it is. Found it. The best. Best of this game. Serena Valdivia.
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
I discontinued my sub because they haven't streamed on like a year. Holy shit. That's still very like, it's very loyal of you, Condition Gamer. I feel like I would have gone like 3 weeks and I'd be like, or that next month, Burning midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet. ADHD. Serena has ADHD. All right, let's go. Let's play the game until we get back to the motel. This one. I'll keep this. I'll keep what I have. I hate this part. I hate it. Oh, the spiders. Good thing Zelda's not here. The spiders. I just like sprint. Yeet. Run! Tripping on corpses. This way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sprint! Run! That was super bold of me. Game should have punished me right there. And here. Uh-oh. Fuck. I'm stuck. 100% should have got punished. Spider! Little dark place spiders. Yeah, they were talking about that last week. I don't know. Were you? I feel like you were here on Friday. Or whatever. Yeah, it was Friday.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Ow! Why would you do that to me? That's fine. Have that. They're not actually spiders. They're the dark place. They're analogous to the dark places spiders. So what they do is they appear as spiders to Alan because that's like the closest like parallel that it has. Ran by Bubba. He didn't even buy me a drink first, you know what? Fucking rude. What a rude man. Bubba was like, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna ram you. What's going on up here? Oh, it's Mr. Scratch footage. I'm gonna tell you what, Alan Wake. You will write a story about me. You will like it. Ain't gonna be the best damn story you ever written, you hear me? Best damn story you ever heard. You ever told. Understand, bro? Alright, what do I got here? Come on, boys! Okay. Those flashbangs aren't quite as useful as they were in the main game, you know? It's all right. Ain't no one say it was gonna be easy. That's why. All right, over here. Yep. Next one. There it is. Next one. Perfect. Perfect. Get into the projection booth and do their little puzzle. I'm just the best damn puzzler you ever did puzzle about. Entry code.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end, at least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
It was late at night. The summer was almost over. There was a film noir poster visible. Can I play this? Okay. Well, not really, but you know, whatever. There was a film noir poster visible. There it is. Spot illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Spotlight. This? Turn it. One more time.
You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity.
No matter how many times you come back.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream
Classic
as
Alan,
the
right,
very
Tom?
impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures. Each time he gets a little closer, each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
In the canyon, when you meet the new enemy, don't get too distracted. Okay. I'll try not to. Probably right here. And the page will be right there. No. There he is, boys. He got himself one of them fancy chainsaws. You know what I mean?
What are you, the King Hillbilly?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got him. 3 of those. Holy shit. It's right there. Got it. Those things suck. Old gods of Asgard. Fucking love them.
Thor and Odin Anderson, old gods of Asgard. I still don't quite know what to make of them. I know they used to be rock stars who modeled their stage personas after Norse gods. I know they're old. I know that in their day they fought the darkness as I do. I know they're demented and insane, ravaged by age and self-abuse. But there's something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike.
Oh, I am Dylan. Hey, Danger. How was your stream today, Danger? I'm wearing Night Springs. Okay, so Thor and Odin Anderson were mortals. You can see my pillow from my fucking back. Ugh. They were mortals, but when they touched the dark place, they became something more, something bigger, something more. Interesting. So I was partially right. Something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike. Ah, interesting. That's what we were picking up on right there. So they have a bit of the dark place in them now forever. And is that something that's permanent? Is Alan going to have that in Alan Wake 2? Potentially? I still like my idea better, but whatever. I guess this one's fine too. Here we go. All right, the next one. Now get on the main road and head right and stay on the right side of the road until you reach the diner. And the oil rig, turn right again. Okay.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Oh, I don't have to. The wheel's in place, the oil was flowing, the battery was attached, the lights were blinking, the CD play was playing on the boombox. Can I just like do this first then? Can I just leave? Can I get the... You think I can get the pages first before I do anything else? Let's find out. Oh, there's a page. Oh, this is the one. It was like, do a left and a left and a left and a left. And it's just like, or you can go here. Barry and the old gods.
The Anderson brothers should probably have been in a facility somewhere, despite their tendency to escape from such places. It could be argued that they had no business being on tour, considering their condition. Their lives mostly revolved around the laundry list of ailments and their endless quest for liquor. But Barry Wheeler managed them now. And whatever else they might say about Barry, he knew how to make things happen. And honestly, it wasn't like the Andersons were the most difficult clients he ever had.
They're just old. They're just old and a little crazy. Barry can handle that. So now I got to go to the motel. The page is right down the big motel sign. All right, it's right there. Excuse me, I did a little burp. Did a little bit of a burpy burp. It was a good stream. That's nice. I'm glad it was. Old gods in the studio.
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half.
I bet.
But once they actually
gods.
picked up the instruments, something happened. They were two old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner. Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
So now the Andersons are using what little power they have in them, and they're creating again. What kind of effect is that going to have on reality? Now, once inside the motel inner yard, the one with the garage, move on, go south past the gate. Oh, past the radio on the table.
Wake, is that you?
Nope.
I set everything up for you at the oil field.
I know. Thank you.
Checking on you.
Go south, move on past the radio on the table. That's a TV. But we will watch the TV because I love me a good TV. Love me a good Mr. Scratch TV.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not going to keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do. I actually kind of like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that? I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah.
That's weird. That's the most subdued that we've seen Mr. Scratch. That's odd. He's kind of like, yeah, like he's trying to convince himself to do it. So maybe he also likes Barry. Maybe there's like, because Barry is a positive and negative force in Alan's life. So it's possible that Barry falls in that gray area. We're sure he's a friend, but he's also his manager, and maybe he's taking advantage of Al. We don't know. But he's also kind of made Al's life a little bit difficult, along with Alice, because they keep on playing tug of war with Alan's relationship to them. It's interesting. Maybe the band siphoned the energy balance slays. Maybe. Or maybe he's I mean, it could be some residual energy from fighting off the dark place, from managing the old gods of Asgard. Maybe he realizes it's a little more difficult than it might be. He's building up the courage, which is very unlike Mr. Scratch, but Mr. Scratch is, after all, a extension of the dark place, or someone in the dark place. I feel like there's a page here. There it is. Emma and Mr. Scratch, which is the next one I'm supposed to be finding. Okay.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
Emma wasn't sure, so that's probably the woman that he killed. Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost that's Mr. Scratch. Oozing sex and violence. Or maybe it's me. Where I want to be. Past the radio. Where's the radio? Is that? Oh, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. There's a page right there. Yep. Right here. This is what I wanted. The giant. Perfect.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
I've seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of a Pulp Fiction. So because Alan's trying to use Night Springs to get him out of the dark place is using that to make stronger enemies. It no longer has to be based in reality.
Well, art lovers, are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't. You know Eddie Rodman's got love for you, which is why I actually hauled myself out of bed before noon, just so I could record an interview for your pleasure. Enjoy. Now, as I'm sure you all know, the annual Night Springs Visual Art Show is coming around again, and that's a big deal for all of us that are in the culture business. If you can call it a business. That's a little controversial, I know.
Oh, that's okay. Money makes the world go around, no doubt about it.
And that's one of my guests here at the studio, Serena Valdivia. She's a curator at the Night Springs Gallery of Visual Arts, and she's in charge of the NSVA Film Festival, held this year at the old Night Springs Drive-In Theater.
Hello, Eddie. It's great to be here. And let me just say that it's a wonderful venue.
Absolutely. And with her is one of the filmmakers, somebody who's actually primarily known as a renowned photographer, Alice Wake.
Hello.
Alice, I've seen a lot of your work over the years. It's very impressive. My wife's a big fan, actually.
Oh, thank you.
You've gained quite a bit of fame as a photographer, but that's not why you're here, right? You actually have a film. That's a little surprising.
For me, too. I really wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for Serena.
You two are friends, I take it?
Yeah, we move in the same circles.
Oh.
So, about a year ago, I heard about all this footage she'd shot, and I got to see some of it, and then I started pestering her about actually putting it out there, because it was really good. I didn't really want to show it. It felt too personal.
Well, yes, I can understand that. It features your husband, and he's, well...
He's dead.
I thought he was missing.
It's been 2 years. This sounds awful, but yes, I believe he's dead. Otherwise he would have, well, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hold that thought, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Two revealing things. Alice has officially given up hope that Alan is alive, which is heartbreaking. And two, Serena Valdivia, however is her last name, who is the very forward woman at the drive-in, is actually friends with Alice in the real world. So by pulling her into this Night Springs fucking thing, he's trying to reach her. He's trying to reach Alice, through her, through Serena. Maybe this is a dream for Serena. Super interesting. Actually, how many pages do I have? 21 of 21. I have all the pages here, which means I can go over here actually and get this, whatever weapons in here. Alan's also made himself a lot more athletic. I can sprint for a lot longer. 10. A magnum. Hell yeah, baby. Man's got a magnum. Not like that. Not like that. Calm down. Magnum ammo. Got it. Got it. Got it. Wonder if I can go back here. Find a couple more bullets. Got it. Nope, this is all I got. Okay, that's fine. the birds. Come on, turn to a person. There we go. That was Dylan. Convinced. Gotcha.
Clear now.
Na 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 na. Come on, Emma. Out.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough. You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh, shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Do you notice how Alan is fairly desaturated and she's not? She's got a bit more of like a glow to her. Not getting murdered. I know. All right, let's go over here. Save Emma by securing the fuse box. Na 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 na. Stranger thing than ever. All right, boys. Let's go. Ha ha!
You knew I am a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho.
Come on, boys.
You knew I'm a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. Really?
Break the deck. Anyone else?
Really, I'm a psycho. You knew I am a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. Really, I'm a psycho.
Let's go back and see her.
You knew I'm a psycho.
Good. You did it. We're the best. Best of this game there ever was. Give me my key, woman. I mean, Emma. Give me my damn near key there. Get some more bullets. All right, lady, do what you want.
I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured.
I know, Emma. I read the fucking page. You lied.
Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead. You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah.
Good night,
guess
Mighty
it just
Sniper. I
got
appreciate
easier
you.
Once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway?
You know, if
He
you're
looks
abusive.
like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on, okay?
We're gonna leave. She's gonna die, isn't she? Explore the motel rooms. You know that I'm a psycho. Is there anything else around here? That's the right one that I usually go to. Flare. Okay. We'll just check the other room just to make sure there's not anything fancy in there. I know there's not a page in there, but I just want to like make sure there's no ammo or anything cool. Flashbang. See? That was worth it. Flashbang. This one. Here we go. Is there anything else in here? I've just been kind of running and gunning. Nothing. Okay. Let's go.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the
Hey,
balance,
Chaotix, how are you, my friend?
threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier.
The
He has
Champion of
saved
Light.
one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
Good just seeing who's on. You know we're on. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, my friend. You know we're here. How was your day? How was your weekend?
Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows he will have what he needs.
All right, so this one says past the gate this time on the left of the road at the smaller observatory is the page. The page is right before its parking lot. Been good, just tired. Yeah, me too, man. Me
Hello,
too.
I was expecting you.
Hello.
I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow.
All right.
With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Cheerio, then. Right on. Yeah, my back's killing me too, man. So I feel that. Believe you me. All right. Some of this.
Thanks for tuning in for the second part of our interview with Serena Valdivia and award-winning photographer Alice Wake. Now, Alice, we were talking about your husband, Alan Wake. Is that a sore subject for you?
Well, a little bit. Of course.
How about
it
your
is.
dead husband? Is that a sore
The
subject?
way I see it, we had our good times and our bad times, and on the whole, we had a lot of good times. He really made me happy. I don't mind being reminded of him.
So you're over him?
I don't know if I'll ever be that, entirely. I still think about him every day, literally. I still find myself hoping for... Well, sometimes I think I see him just standing somewhere, watching me. I think most people who lose someone they love experience things like that. But on the whole, I'm doing all right. 2 years is a long time to adjust, and I'm not really the type to wallow in the negative.
Well, I know there are a lot of stories about Alan. He seemed to have something of a wild streak.
That's not really what our show is about, though. Look, all that stuff really gets blown out of proportion. He had his problems, but it's really frustrating for me because people like to talk. They love to tell these crazy stories.
That's how Mr. Scratch
and I
was
never
born.
really knew him at all.
Well, the character he created, Alex Casey, is a household name. The books still continue to sell. There's been talk of a TV series, a movie, a video game. Must be nice to know that his work is still being appreciated by so many readers.
Yes, of course, but I don't really deal with the business side. I leave that to Alan's agent.
That would be Barry Wheeler. Actually, I just interviewed him. He's currently in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also
She's so
Alan's
annoyed.
friend. Do you two keep in touch? Or?
We talk regularly. Like I said, he handles the business side.
I think we should talk about her film.
Yes, of course, you're right. I'm Eddie Rodman, talking to Alice Wake and Serena Valdivia, and we'll be right back.
I heard he's in the music management business now. The disdain in her voice. I love it. So yeah, that was what Mr. Scratch is. I think that's confirmed. Mr. Scratch is the public opinion of Alan Wake personified, come to life. Everyone likes putting Alan into this like negative, and maybe it's earned, maybe it's not, but he's a monster as far as the public is concerned. You know? Yeet! Here. Irredeemable monsters, charismatic, suave, smug, so sure of himself. That's how the majority of people see him. So the Dark Place saw that and created Mr. Scratch, who's an agent of the Dark Place. Now, do I want to do this right now? No, I want to get the pages first is what I want to do. So this one said, pass the gate this time, take the left road to the small observatory. The page is right before the parking lot. Love this Magnum, baby. Is it right here? See it. We're so close to the end. I can fucking taste it.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
That's lame.
This act of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
The act of creation is exhilarating and frightening because Alan was created by Thomas Zane. We can't lose sight of that. It's so easy to just forget that fact. Alan Wake is a fictional character that was created by Thomas Zane. That was established in the first game. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? Did Thomas Zane create Alan, or did Alan create Thomas Zane by writing him in? That's what this is saying, right? Because Alan's been writing about Thomas Zane too, even though in theory, in practice right now, our understanding in the timeline, and time is wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey right now, which is what this game is kind of proving, that you can just redo the events over and over again. Time is not what it appears to be in the dark place, which is where we are. So if Thomas Zane created Alan in the dark place and Alan created Thomas in the dark place, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What is really real? That's pretty self-explanatory. Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow. Basically, the moral of the story is don't worry about it. I think that's what they're saying. Head to the observatory main entrance, then go down another road to the one that takes the deliveries, not the small observatory. Go back to deliveries? I need more bullets. I need more bullets. The only downside of this gun is how little a clip can hold. There it is. Main observatory. That's what I want. Is what I want. Dr. Meadows and Mr. Scratch.
The man before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind, at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal, whatever it was. Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far. Not from him. She never was entirely sure why he spared her.
Maybe before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick as Mr. Scratch. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal, whatever it was. So he's trying to make sure she doesn't hear the signal, but why? Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far, not from him. She was never entirely sure why she was spared. He wasn't trying to kill her. He's just trying to make sure that she doesn't hear the signal. So we have to make sure that she hears the signal so he can get out. The signal is what Alan put in there. It's the catalyst for his escape. He's just trying to make sure that he stays in here. He being Mr. Scratch. Mr. Scratch is trying to make sure that Alan stays in here. It's also not lost on me that it seems like Mr. Scratch is trapped in here as well for the moment. As long as Alan is writing that Mr. Scratch is here, Mr. Scratch is here, which he can't be super happy about. Let's do this now. The last page is in the printer, like it always is.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
Ugh. I hate how it always just traps you. Because I forgot to go get the box, like the unlockable. Could have been a better gun. Now we'll never know. There we go. Yeah, you do a little better than that, nerd. Gotcha. I'm not gonna waste the magnum bullets on him. He's a big boy. You know. Oh, this way. I wonder if it'll let me get to the smaller or the deliveries from here. Probably not. I probably fucked myself. Oh, there's a thing over here though. That's right. There's a thing over here. Wasn't there? Damn it. I split them up. Will it let me get to deliveries from here? Maybe, maybe not. It will. Okay. I thought there was a box up there. Maybe I just missed it. I was running too fast. But I also think there's one down here. So I want to try to see what there is. Yeah, I was right. Hunting rifle? Oh, I don't want a hunting rifle. Why would I want a hunting rifle? Got a crossbow and a magnum. And then I think there's going to be survival in the main observatory, but they give me ammo too, so that'll be really good. And plus I got a shit ton of flare guns, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of it. I am worried about this thing though. Getting me a good gun. Was there not a thing up here? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say. A combat shotgun. Well, I'll take this. Oh, I'll definitely take this. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hi, friend. How are you? I've missed you so much. I got a combat shotgun.
Come on in.
Oh, TV time. You ready to watch Mr. Scratch? You ready to get thirsty? I hope so.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you?
Hi, Piano Badger.
I
did miss you.
I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts.
Like my
At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep.
You saying it.
And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life, but I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
I am everything you are not and more, is basically what he's saying to us. I am everything you want to be, but you can't be. All that negative shit that everyone talks about you and they think is you is me. And I'm out here being you. That's what he's saying right there. He's a very good
We
villain.
need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the signal.
He's a fan favorite for a reason. Hell yeah, boys!
It is time. Come here, all of you. I got a fancy new gun, baby. And it's not my... Oh, hey! Try to tell a joke here. Oh! Got him. Goddamn right. You're gonna do a little better than that, you piece of shit. Where's the Birdman? Bring me the Birdman.
Easy. Easy as pie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounter.
Thank you for sending the lift, madam.
Technically, if this really is a loop,
It's a lift, oh boy.
I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
I feel like we never get to see Alan Wake in his element, always in distress, and Mr. Scratch is living. Yeah. Well, that's the point, right? Is Alan is so afraid of that inner darkness that he's petrified to do anything. And he knows it's in there. I would imagine he probably had... They never talk about his dad. I wonder if that's a thing, if he had like an abusive father or something. They talked about his mom. His mom gave him the clicker, which is what helped him defeat the dark presence in Alan Wake 1, or defeat, right? But they never really talk about his father, I don't think. Not that anything comes to mind, nothing notable. So maybe his dad was abusive and he feels that inside of him. And Mr. Scratch is the inhibition, right? Is the inhibition just showing up, doing its thing, not giving a fuck.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but...
The signal! Yes, it's completed.
Finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
It means
I
you
don't think
exist.
it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could—
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
He's worried about the FBC. He doesn't know it yet, but he's worried about the FBC. Although I don't know why he's worried, because she's a fictional character that you created, Alan. Piece of shit. All right, let's go. The final level, the Warrior of the Light.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation. Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself,
oh, we're starting somewhere
he doesn't
else.
show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
All right, they're starting us somewhere different this time. After you restore power, so I gotta restore power first, okay. After you restore power. Oh, there he is. There he is, boys.
You got a little plan, do you?
Our best friend in the whole widest world, Mr. Chainsaw Man. Ain't got nothing on me. Oh! Ah! Man, y'all give me damn near heart attack there. He's worried because he doesn't really have any control over the characters he created only because he's only Zane's protagonist. Yeah, but like, here's the thing. So Piano Badger, consider this. We were talking about this before you showed up. We know that Alan Wake is a character that Thomas Zane created. We also know that time isn't exactly linear, or at least moves at the same rate. Oh, hold on. Oop. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second. Idiot. So time doesn't move the same pace, the same rate, the same direction that it does in the real world as it does in the dark place. So I think we have a chicken and the egg situation. Of course, it takes much longer to write a book than the amount of time that generally passes in one. Well, sure. But like, Alan also writes about Thomas Zane. So did Thomas Zane create Alan, or did Alan create Thomas Zane? Who created Alan? Who created Thomas Zane? Who created Alan? Who created Thomas Zane? Who created Alan? Who created Thomas Zane? You see how this like cycle's happening? And the game's all about cycles. This one is a little bit more on the nose. Have you seen Dark? Yes. The beginning is the end is the beginning. Johan. I've seen Dark. I've seen it once. Season 3. Season 1 and 2. Spectacular. The answer is obviously God. Greg. God created everything, but who's God? Alan or Thomas Zane? This one. God is God. No, it's Thomas Zane or Alan Wake. It's one of them. One of the two. Can I blow it up? I don't do anything. Great. Of course not. Run! Ow! Worth it. I guess heal out here. Ah! The real writer is now Alan Wake. An anagram of Alan Wake. A washed up writer that accidentally makes an interesting idea of two characters that write each other into existence. Sam Lake is what you're looking for. I'm getting greedy. I should have been punished right there. After you restore power, head back to the parking lot. Don't go up the concrete stairs yet. I have to go back in the parking lot. Where's the parking lot? This way? No. It doesn't have to be a paradox. It could be simply a Thomas Zane writing about Alan writing about himself. That's true. Or the other way around. That's what I'm trying to figure out is like, who's the real writer? Is it Thomas Zane or is it Alan Wake? Or does it even matter? You know? After you restore power, head back to the parking lot and don't go up the concrete stairs yet. So I guess I just have to follow this. No. I'm lost. So Sam Lake, yes, Chaotix. Chaotix is listening. Well done. Bro, if I miss
getting out of this
one
Wake, never.
fucking
Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
manuscript will be on a rock. It's the song.
Let's go, baby! Got him.
I know. That's why I used it in the intro, Zelda. Have you not seen the new intro, Zelda? Head back to the parking lot. Don't go up the concrete stairs yet. Instead, oh, the manuscript will be on a rock. Okay, I have to go this way. Not that parking lot. This parking lot. Got it. You know that I'm a psycho. 20. Assault rifle. Give it a shot. Give it a shot, man. Give the assault rifle a little. But I wasn't sold on the song completely. The more listening to it, the dude. That's why I like it. Is I listened to it 15,000 times. Like I'm gonna listen to it right now.
The sheriff's department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes.
Hello, Internet. You people have been talking about me.
You knew I am a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. You knew I'm a psycho. Told you. Really, I'm a psycho. You knew I am a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho. Really, I'm a psycho. You knew I'm a psycho. I told you I'm a psycho.
You can't write your way out of this one, Blake.
Violent schizophrenia.
You don't get to change the ending.
I love it. I love it if I unmute myself too. Oh. Ow! Don't throw cars at me. It's
But I'll
mean.
send you right back to the beginning.
Like a fucking 7-year-old did this sound for this. I love it. There's a page. Serena and Mr. Scratch.
When the dark man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. Pay attention, he said. Business first. His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Easy, Zelda. That's how she got infected. That's literally it. She was becoming a shadow person because she fucked Mr. Scratch. He did it. Look at him. Infected with herpes. Listen, I don't appreciate you calling me out like that. I'm sorry, Zelda. I'll never do it again. I'm just looking out for your best interest.
You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before.
Just looking out for you. That's all. Oh, there you are. Hello there. How about you? Very good. Very good, Mr. Wayne. Uh-huh, sure. Yeah. He's not a nice man, Zelda. I know you think you can change him, but Mr. Scratch is not there to be changed. Let me go in here. Let me get my page. Let me read my page, focusing the
There's
theme.
more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death. But now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend.
Power of light.
And they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
So that's true then. There is the dark presence and the light essence. I'm not even remotely into that Psycho, but boy, do they make it sound fun. But boy, does Zelda think it's fun.
I've been around for a while now, you know? While you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness, I've been busy. I operate in the shadows, not always literally, you understand? I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken, but I do my best work in the dark.
And there's so much darkness out there that goes deep. And the things that live in it are fast, big bastards. They don't mind getting a little bit of elbow room. All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right? But up here, yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper. You're stuck in an eternal cycle now. The sun's never coming up for you. Everything else? Do my thing. Get a bit of quality time with Alice. That's a little something for me. And I deserve it.
Well, that was something. All right, let's go. Hi, Jane. How was your stream? Actually, I don't know. I wanted this one. My dear friend Jane. Hi, Greg. It was fine. Good. I'm glad. Is this reloaded? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, let's take down the pillars, huh? Got it. You've come for the end, Jane. My dearest friend. Everyone I know. Uh-oh. I think I might have fucked something up. I think I fucked something up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't proceed with the objective yet. Oops. Before you proceed, reach the main entrance of the drive and don't go past the ticket booths. Turn left towards the yellow car. Oops. With the flashing headlights. Probably that one. Go into the dirt, turn 90 degrees, left again, and then go uphill. The page is right. See if I can find it. See if it's still here. It's just a BoosterGreg playthrough if I fucking miss one or two of 100 little fucking things. You know? It's just the way it is. This one's called Alice's Film, too. Fuck. Can I, like, start a checkpoint? No, because that's probably going to not do what I want. Oh my god. This fucking thing. Oh, hi. Hello there. To be fair, it doesn't say which objective. Maybe we're okay. just gonna run around until we find it. That was scary. I have a picture, but it's not like super clear. Before you reach the main entrance of the drive-in, don't go past ticket booths, but turn left towards the yellow car with the flashing lights. So if I can just find where that was, then I can maybe try to restep. What about this one? Now go get outside the drive-in and then past the ticket booth and turn right. Okay. So we're probably just going to miss one. It's not terrible. Could be better, could be worse. Boop. We'll take that. Thank you. Can we reach the main entrance? Don't go past the ticket booth. Where's the ticket booth, though? Is that what it thinks is the ticket booth? Could be. It's never called it that before. Damn it. I saw something blinking. It was just the flashlight reflecting. Literally all it was. I can find this. I can do it. Maybe not. Prefer you proceed, reach the main entrance. Where's this last one? Now get outside the drive-in and then past the ticket booths. Turn right. Where's this ticket booth that you're all fucking talking about here? Huh? That's the projection booth. There's the souvenirs. I just don't know. You hope it's right here. Watch it be like right there. I don't see any ticket booths though. And I'm pretty sure that, I mean, that's the only yellow card. And that those lights were blinking before. So it said, but turn left at the yellow car with the flashing lights. Go in the dirt. Bro, I'm really close to just fucking giving up. You would like that, wouldn't you, Gavin? It's the crossbow, our dear friend. The crossbow. Oh. The price of evil. You know what? You know what? I'm tired of it all. Is it up there? Yeah, it's got to be up there. I think it's referring to up here. Because looking down on the projection booth is what it looks like to me. The picture that you can't see. But I can't get up there. But I can't get up there. Never could. Unless it's that. No. That's our Jane. Does amazing duct tape pullets. Over at twitch.tv/Jane_DS. Oh. Now get outside of the drive-in and then past the ticket booths, then turn right and go. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I just don't care anymore. You've lost me, guide. You've lost me. Using vernaculars like ticket booth. We're going to the projection. We're fucking doing it. Fuck this game. Done.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
It was late at night. It was August. Film noir poster was visible. There's a light on the fucking red thing. And Alice's film was in the projector. How do I do that? How do I? Where's the... Huh? I got to probably pick up the film. There. Put it in the projector. I did it. Light's not on? Oh, the light's not on. Thank you, Gavin. Gotta move one more. Okay.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
Imagine zoomed out to a Truman Show. Well, that's the thing too, is like, so he's so keen. He's so like, thinks he's so smart that he can overlap the dark place into Night Springs and then like have that kind of take place somewhere in the real world and then escape. But the problem with using Night Springs as a backdrop for that is it always undoes itself. There's Rod Sterling is always going to show up and always going to say, but that's not how it goes in Night Springs, and then zooms out and Alan is still in the dark place. Yeah, if you thought I was going to give up, if you thought I was just going to not get those last two, you don't know anything.
Speed run time. It's time, everyone. Let me play. I don't need fancy fucking weapons. I am the weapon. You hear me? I am death. The storm that is approaching. Ow! Oh, 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 hey! Uh-oh. Don't worry about how little ammunition I have left. It's fine. It is all part of the plan, I'm sure. There it is, see? You're all worried for nothing. Run, Alan, run. Ow! Oh, hey! Oh, hey! You fools. You do not understand the power which I yield. You do not understand anything. Oh! Wrong way. Run, Alan, run fast as you can! This way. I am awaking! Yes, I know. We're almost there, boys. Come on! Yes! Good night, Chaotix. Appreciate you stopping by.
All right, this is where we need to be. I do want to grab this, though. Switch to this. Perfect. So it was saying exactly Don't proceed with the objective yet. Before you reach the main entrance of the drive-in, don't go past the ticket booths. Turn left towards the yellow car with the flashing headlights. So what if I just go like this way instead? Can I see it from here? No, I can't. The answer is no. The answer is don't try this, Greg. There's no shortcut here. This is going to be the one and only last attempt that I do. Like, I just don't know what it considers the ticket booth. You know? Because it does this.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Is it up here? Stop. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's be a little cheatsy for a minute, huh? And we'll go ahead and we'll YouTube it. How about that? Alan Wake's American Nightmare manuscript pages, last chapter. What do we got? All manuscript page guide. Perfect.
In another life.
No. This is the one I want. Serena and Mr. Scratch, which I already have. There, and then focusing the beam. I got that one. Great. I'm an idiot. Got it. Got it. Different yellow car, yeah. It's up here. I had the right idea when I was going up there. I just didn't go far enough.
You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
So when it said don't progress with the main objective, it wasn't talking about this one. It was talking about the final one. I wonder if I can get it now. This is the ticket booth up here. There it is right there. Good. Around here somewhere, I think. Says first try. Don't proceed before so we get here, turn left towards the yellow car with the flashing headlights, go into the dirt, right? Let's go uphill. What? What? I should have probably just watched the rest of that, huh? Hi, babe. I'm home. Don't mind me. Just gonna raid the cupboards. Oh, we got one more on radio.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot.
This is what we used to defeat Mr. Scratch.
You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye. Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's fantasy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
So we basically use edited memories showing the positive aspects of Alan and Alice's relationship to relinquish or vanquish or whatever the fuck you want to say, to get rid of Mr. Scratch. What's up there? I see it. 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 I seen it. I seen it. I seen it. It's right here. There it is. The page.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
It's why it must be done. I think we need a song that has a little more oomph. Something that's a little more us. What do you think? Here we go. Bye, lady. It's time. What's over here? Wow! Water drive. Oh! No! Gavin didn't think I could do it, but I showed him I could do anything I want. It's my fucking stream, so let's go do what I want. Here we go, and here we go, here we go. And we're gonna turn the time and then turn it to the calendar, and then we're gonna go to the light and make sure that it's on. And then we're gonna turn it on to the fire extinguisher, and then we're gonna grab the can of film, and then we're done. We don't even need to check the fucking manuscript. Here we go. Here we go. We gotta turn this to August. Here we go. I'm dead, motherfucker. Oh, got the poster. Here we go. Now we're ready.
Right? Right? Right.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you...
He literally uses their love to take down
What?
Mr. Scratch.
What is this?
That's what he does. Which is really cool. Corny, but cool.
No!
I also don't believe that he's gone. This seems like way too abrupt.
You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
He'll be in the second game? I hope so.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How?
two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
Everyone, thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Hope you all know that. Dal Lamar and Condition Gamer, thanks for the resubs. Money Sniper, thanks for the bits, and thanks for keeping us safe as well. And Twiggy, my dearest, bestest friend who's sleeping now, hopefully, thank you for the raid. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all know that. And we are going to be back on... That's enough out of you. Trying to DMCA me. Are you kidding me? We are going to be back maybe on Wednesday. You'll see how my back feels with Control. So make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you do all the things. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for something. Piano Badger secretly loves the stream. Now, is there anyone that I can raid? No, because Jane's here, so I can't raid Jane. One job, Jane. You're supposed to be live, so I can raid you. Couldn't even do that for me. How do you like that? How do you like that? Never raid that girl always. I exclusively raid that girl. Is anyone playing this game? Probably not. Probably the only idiots playing this way. Playing this fucking game, right? We're the only idiots. We're the only idiots. Anyone playing Remastered? There's a couple people. There's a couple people. Here, we're going to do this. We're going to raid. This person has been playing Alan Wake for a little bit. So we're going to raid them. They're playing Remastered. I know we've already beat. Let's go ahead and double her numbers and try to make her night a little better, huh? You know? Everyone, again, I appreciate y'all. See you on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Control. Take it sleazy, boys.